Okay, hello. So we've been having 1144 and 147 or 714. You can also see it as 417, but it's the numbers 1, 4, and 7, and then 1144. Those two number patterns have been showing up consistently. I was going to do separate readings, but Spirit brought both of them here. So we're going to do the reading together because it seems like they could be speaking to the same thing, which is interesting because they do ultimately both embody the number 1. So I guess you could see it through that. But what I want to talk to you guys about is the first thing that came to mind. Well, the first thing that came to mind before I even got the cards was the word, or when I got the cards was the word stringent, which means strict, exacting, and then like the origin word can mean to like draw tightly. So to, pull something tight. And what I felt when I was looking at the cards is like you are dropping out of the race. And I just saw 111. So you are dropping out of the race. This could also, because last night I pulled cards and I did not read them. I just was shuffling my deck. I got some cards and I immediately got something from it, was that your head is in another, like your mind is somewhere else. Your head is in another direction. You're looking at all this, you're engaged in all this, you're thinking about all this, but your mind is somewhere else. And then with this energy of you're dropping out of the race, it feels like 147 and 1144 are speaking to this energy of realization that might be happening, that might be accompanying this awakening process that we are going through with the number 11. And how I was talking about how 11 is representing this falling apart of like your spiritual systems that govern you. There is definitely something here around the material. There is something here around the material being let go of. There is absolutely something that you have probably already let go of mentally when that this is speaking to. There is something that you've already made a decision. You are already out. Like, you know how you can tell when someone has left the relationship mentally or emotionally, or people say they left years ago before they physically leave? It's that kind of energy. Like, you have already cut ties with this spiritually or emotionally. You have already detached yourself. You're already out of the game. And there seems to be this energy here of maybe a finality of like you dropping out of the race and what that seems to be able to open up for you. Because it feels like there is a new opportunity coming for your heart space. Because yesterday, what it was feeling like when I was saying that, your head is in a different direction, you're thinking of something else, is that it felt like your head was and your heart was more focused on union, was more focused on love, honestly. And then here we have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups, but they're receiving an Ace of Cups as well, which really makes a Two of Cups. So it feels like this could be speaking to two different timelines. So 1144 could be representative of one timeline for one spiritual counterpart, and 147 or 417 or 714, all of those, that could be another soulmate's timeline. Yeah. So 714 could be one soulmate timeline, and then 1144 could be representative of another soulmate's timeline. And so let me read what it would be for 417. So for 147, it could feel like you have already gone through the process of getting rid of a lot, of emptying a lot of your cups, like Five of Cups energy, where you've already gone through the process of giving up a lot, and it still just kind of feels like there's nothing really to show for it. And it just feels like you're just waiting. And it feels like you are being handed something that you are prepared, that you are not attached to. It feels like you receive things, and no matter what you receive at this point, you do not get attached, because you have already gone through the process of detachment to the point where you don't. It doesn't really matter what shows up in your reality. It is very hard for you to get engaged with it. So what's happening here is that I feel like your spirit team is poking and prodding you. I think that they're trying to poke and prod your bubble, because I think that you've got this like defense mechanism that for you is like a protective shield. And it has to do with protecting your peace, protecting your heart, and your confidence as well, making sure that you are safe. But I feel like, and this comes in the form of detachment, but I feel like your spirit team is now starting to poke and prod at that bubble, trying to burst your bubble a little bit so that you can receive something, something from the heart space. So let's look at, so that's for 147. It feels like you are being given something. It's something is showing up in your reality and you are receiving it. But you could just like not really give a hoot about it. And that's because of this defense thing that comes with detachment. And so your spirit team might be trying to burst that bubble a little bit. So you could have an energy of having your bubble bursted, because you might need it. So this is something that could be coming up for you guys pretty soon. And then for 1144, we have the energy of, why did I think that was 1144? Oh, what? Oh. Okay, and then with the group 1144, it's deceptive energy right now that you're dealing with. You could be trying to stay you could be trying to make a grounded decision, trying to get someplace, like trying to choose from the heart, but in a mentally grounded way. But it feels like there could be a lot of deception around you. You could be deceiving yourself at certain points. You could be very in your head and trying to protect your heart, but your heart, it could be interesting because you could be in a place where you've now allowed your heart to be out into the open. You've now allowed your heart to be exposed to the elements. You've opened up yourself to the world, and now your heart is out there. And that could be causing a lot of energies to come in, because you're exposed to the world, your heart. There could be a lot of manipulation around your emotional field right now. And so there could be a really strong concerted effort for you to try and stay emotionally balanced and emotionally grounded, because now that you're wearing your heart on your sleeve because you want to welcome in love, it's a little bit hard though, because now you're facing the energies of the world, and those energies can be deceptive, those energies can be manipulative, but you have to kind of endure it and keep your heart open. So 1144 and 147 could be speaking to the challenges that you are experiencing right now because you are opening your heart. Because for the past few days, and maybe even weeks, we've been having this energy of like a heart chakra opener, and it feels like that is what's really being spoken to right now, like the challenges of opening your heart chakra. For some people, you have to become reattached to the material world. You could be so detached and so, in your spiritual zone. that you're actually closed off, and so your spirit team is trying to burst your bubble and get you excited again, get you invested, engaged again. And for others, your heart could be so open that now you're experiencing the whirlwind of energies that exist in this world, including manipulation. And there's a lot of challenges, but it feels like something is falling away. I'm going to start another reading. It feels like, though, you are determining and realizing that you do not want to be a part of this race. You do not want to be a part of this search, this struggle for this, this race towards this light. Whatever it is that everybody is running or trying to get to, it feels like you are not interested in it. And it feels like your attention, your energy is somewhere else. Hold on. So where is their energy, Spirit? Yeah, because... So what... Okay, yeah. So what's next? What's next, higher self? What else? Because I want to say that the focus is I feel like you could be more interested in what love has to offer than what the rat race has to offer, if that makes sense. I think that this full moon could be complicated because I think that it's revealing to you a lot about what you actually desire. But there could be several voices in your head right now. Like, you could be in a position where you are super engaged in your work right now. And you could be actually like succeeding right now in your work, in your career life. You could be racing towards a level of mastery and achievement that you haven't had. But it could feel very unsatisfying. It could feel like it's not what you wanted. It could feel like it's not giving you everything you need. It feels like you are gaining in the material, but there is still this elusive thing that you desire. And I think that thing could be coming to you. Because I think that there's a recognition from Spirit that everything isn't here. Like, just because you are achieving in one realm does not mean that you are happy or satisfied, because that's never where your heart has been. Your heart hasn't ever just been about, achieving all of your ambitions. Your heart has been around union and connection. And it feels like there is a coming together. The pieces are being put together at this point. I feel like what the full moon is also really offering is a real clarity around what success means to you, what fulfillment means to you, what really truly provides you meaning in your life, and what is going to enrich you, what is going to fulfill your soul, your spirit, what is going to keep you happy and satisfied, your whole life long. And I feel like your riches, your joy, it really does come from within. It comes from this opening of your heart space. And I feel like you are opening your heart space because you want connection with somebody else. You're opening your heart space because you desire love and a long-term stable relationship that means something, that you can build something with someone through this connection that It's lifelong partnership. I feel like that is what's missing. It doesn't really matter how far you progress in your career or anything else when you are missing that love. And I feel like there is a recognition of that. And it could be that Spirit just wanted you to be able to admit that, nothing is going to be as satisfying as love. Or it could be that Spirit wanted you to see that you can achieve all these things and also have love. It feels like either way, though, like there has been a process that you've had to go through, that was, you were always moving along, but there's a lot of dissatisfaction. And I feel like that's beginning to be addressed now. When I was shuffling originally, we got the Ace of Pentacles and Temperance. And with the Two of Pentacles, it feels like this could be then what you have been searching for. But with Temperance can mean so many things. Like, it can mean divine timing, but it can also mean moderation. It can mean balance. Sometimes it can mean slowing down. Sometimes it can mean letting go. Sometimes it can just be angelic energy. I just saw 555. So it's kind of hard to know with Temperance. This is tricky energy, and it's probably tricky because it's also the full moon. So, illusions. This could be temporary. Like, this could just be a temporary feeling that you're having of dissatisfaction that could be brought up by the full moon because you're being reminded of what's still not here in your life. I don't know. Could be bringing deeper feelings to the surface of recognizing that you're not really happy without this one thing, that this is actually what, gives you joy, that this is actually what you're looking for. No matter what else you invest your time in, it's always in hopes that you will find this one thing, and the fact that you haven't found it yet, it's deflating. It could be deflating right now. Five of Pentacles has been coming out a lot. Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's like you do all these things to keep yourself busy. You do all these things to bring excitement and joy to your life and make sure that you are living a good life, and not just sitting around wallowing. But in your heart space, it feels like you are still without. There's a lot of struggle energy here. Yeah, and Hanged, it seems like you are stuck. Even though you are moving and you are doing the work and you are contemplative, it feels like you have this stuck energy because no matter what work you do, you're not receiving what it is that you actually desire. So even if the door, but it feels like, I don't know, like I want to say that this time could be different. Like, if you leave, it feels like every time you leave your house, you go out, you enjoy yourself, you live a good life, but you don't find what you're looking for, so you come home disappointed every single time. And it's not one of those things where it's like you're actively trying, you're just self-pitying. It's just like, it's the reality. Like, that's what your heart wants. So every time you don't find it, you're going to feel disappointed, and it just is what it is. And it could be hard because, there could be a lot of mental anguish. Because you could also feel guilty for not feeling more satisfied with your life and not feeling more engaged and excited about what's happening, even though I think you have every right to feel depleted, and you could see other people and they could be enjoying themselves, and they could just, you could feel like the not the sucker, the person that weighs down the energy in your own life, or, you could feel a little bit ashamed, but I don't think you have anything to be ashamed of. I think that you feel lonely and you're really feeling that isolation. No matter what you go out into the world, I think you're aware that you are not with, with something that is connected to your soul. And until you find that, I think you're just aware that it's going to feel this way. And I think that that's a hard thing to sit with, but I think that you're very strong because you have been sitting with that and then still going out and living your life. It's not like you're just caught up in your tower and you don't do anything else. You've been living your life, but you're also still like kind of always in this state of grieving after you go out and you don't receive what you hope to receive or find what you hope to find. So this is also part of the struggles of opening up your heart chakra. You know, it sometimes love comes immediately for people. For other people, it doesn't. For other people, it takes a long time. It takes a while. It's a process. And they have to go through other steps first. And, you know, it feels like this, what 1144 and 714 are speaking to is the struggle, the disappointment, the depletion, the dreams, the anxiety. When pigs fly. It feels like you are looking to your higher self a lot right now and dreaming alongside or dreaming of your higher self right now, and feels like you are imagining your next steps, imagining your future self a lot right now, and imagining like the next version of you a lot right now. It feels like you could be very clued in to how close the next version of you is to this current reality. And that could be something that is enduring. Like that could be something that helps you to go on. Yeah. Well, we have the Two of Cups here. And I tried to put it back and it didn't want to go back. We also have the Empress peeking out, who she's come out quite a bit. Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow process. It's a slow burn, you guys. That's what this looks like. A slow burn. I'm on a slow burn. And I mean with the Knight, yeah, because of the Knight of Pentacles at the back. He takes his time, man. You gotta take your time, though, don't you? You do. And then we've got the Three of Wands, the Empress, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, like where your dream lies and what you are consistently going afterwards is it's this nurturing energy. It's this, union of the divine feminine with her motherhood, with her experience of being the mother and of being the lover. That is, I think, who you dream of being. And I think that could be hard. Sometimes I think the moon is really revealing that to you. We have the Queen of Cups and then the moon also, and then the Empress also. So like motherhood, pregnancy, like I think that that's what you really dream of. I think that it's scary to give yourself fully into that desire. You could be also battling shame under this full moon. Shame around many things, because if you, let's say, come from a background where you're not necessarily in a position to become a mother yet, like afford it, like financial wise, then when you're dreaming about that being your next step, then you're also probably looking for someone who is financially stable. And there could be guilt around that, because it could feel like you're dreaming of like a life where you're just going to be taken care of. But that's not the reality. You're dreaming of union. You're dreaming of being able to give and receive. You're dreaming of partnership. You're dreaming of true soul partnership and true divine blessing over your life, true divine watch, guidance and protection over your life. I think that there's nothing to be ashamed of. Your dreams are not unrealistic. Your dreams are not unrealistic or unachievable at all. And I think that the full moon is just asking you to be a little more honest about what it is that you actually want, what it is that you actually desire. because you can explore all these different avenues and be so happy. But in order for you to explore these avenues and be happy, you have to accept that your ultimate happiness, though, is placed in this dream, so that you don't start to compare everything you experience outside of that to this dream. Because it's okay if finding love and becoming a mother, or finding partnership and having a family is, the end all be all for you. And then you also have other desires. If you can accept that, then you can explore your other desires happily without this too much pressure being put on them to be the thing that leads you to this ultimate dream. These could just be other dreams. And there might need to be some separation. The full moon could also be bringing this to fruition, bringing this dream to light in a way that is more felt, more immediate. There could be connections being drawn. The dots could be being connected. We saw that with the 444. I'm always, careful to say things like that, because you just don't know with timing. It's a full moon today, but you really don't know. So I don't like to give false hope, but the full moon could be bringing something to fruition. If anything, it could be bringing clarity. We have the Hierophant here, who has been consistently coming out. 6 of Pennies and the 9 of Pennies. And then the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Star. Okay. You guys, something could be coming down to you. A pathway could be opening, okay? Look, a road could be made clear to you. A path could be opened. You could have a path. There could be a road being opened for you. There could be a path being made clear for you. You could be given direction. You could be being given divine direction. I want to say exchanging gifts. There could be an exchange of gifts. You could be taking one of the many things that you have in terms of your own personal abundance and offering it up in this exchange. And I think you could be so used to receiving empty gifts or empty offers that you're just taking this offer, not really realizing that you are receiving from the divine in this moment. You could be so used to receiving empty cups that you're not realizing that you are receiving a full cup this time. Something for your heart, something truly fulfilling. And even though I was talking about this detachment and this wallowing in this sadness, there is also this immense strength to you that comes through it's a spiritual strength. And sometimes you're so in bliss in spirit, and so, just grateful and unassuming of your surroundings because you're just in trust, that you might need to look around and realize that there's a path that Spirit's opened a little door for you, that Spirit's built a stairway for you, a stairway to heaven, that Spirit has made a way for you. Because there could be an opportunity, and Spirit, this could be divinely given, divinely appointed for you. Spirit has made this way for you. Like, it feels like the stars are aligned. The stars could truly be aligned in this. This could have to do with you giving something and you receiving, and it's just one of the many things that you give. One of the many things that you have, you give one, and you exchange something. You exchange gifts. You could be exchanging your gifts, collaborating with somebody artistically. This could have to do with talent. This has to do with your work. Exchanging something in the area of work could lead to partnership. We have the King of Wands and the Lovers. Back of the deck, Three of Pentacles. Okay. You could be meeting somebody through work. You could be meeting somebody through work. And this could be like the transformation. It could be, and that could also heal that shame that you might have around, desiring this lifestyle that's not really at all connected to what you're currently living. Because if you meet this person through work, then, you can't look at that Eight of Pentacles. You can't make the argument that you're selfish, or you're lazy, or you're a gold digger, or whatever, you might try and say to yourself to make yourself feel bad, whatever the devil might try and say to you to make you feel bad, the demon within yourself. We all have our demons, and demons are complicated energies. They're not always bad. They can just be hard to have demons here on earth, because they just, they do the hard work. They do the work that pisses us off. But yeah, you guys, you could be meeting somebody through work. And by work, I mean like your spiritual work. What is your spiritual work? Like, I always give you examples from my life. So my spiritual work is music. So I could be meeting somebody, if I was applying this reading to myself, I could be meeting somebody while doing my spiritual work. So doing my musical work, I could be exchanging gifts, as in exchanging my musical talents. So I could be collaborating with somebody music-wise. And that could be a heart chakra opening. This could be part of my heart chakra opening, being able to exchange this gift of music that comes from my heart, that comes from my soul. This could have to do with performing in front of somebody, collaborating, and this could bring about union. This could bring about union. Because, you offer your heart, they offer their heart. And this exchange, and it could feel like a whole thing. Like, your inner child could be really involved in this. You as an adult could be really involved in this. Like, this could feel full spectrum, like you are engaged in this moment. And you could build something with someone that is ultimately going to be part of your legacy together. Especially in your heart space, and this could also be someone that you end up having a family with. Love has been peeking out. There could be divine union happening, and you could be meeting through your work, through the work that you do, but not the work that you do, like the mundane, the humdrum rat race work, but your work, your spiritual work. If you're doing your spiritual work and you know what that is, you're going to need to know what your spiritual work is. You probably already know. It's not usually that complicated. It's usually what you're already doing. You just probably aren't doing it full scale. So you don't need to stress out about figuring out what that is. You probably already know it. It's whatever you really love doing, okay? Like, my spiritual work is music. I should have known that. Did I know that? No, I didn't know that. but like I should have, because it's all I do. It's what I love to do, though I didn't do it for a very long time, but as a child I did it, and it always had a thing circulating around me, and now it's what I love to do. And now I know that that's my spiritual work, but that's even crazy because I didn't know what my spiritual work was last year. So that's new for me. That's new, which I guess I haven't really taken a lot of time to appreciate that. Probably should. It's just the stress of life, but yeah, this could be also divinely guided. This could be divinely guided. This could be a divinely guided, divinely appointed union. This could be heavily protected also, I might say. With the full moon, that could be protection. Like the moon could be protecting this union. Also, Sekhmet, like the goddess Sekhmet, just like lioness energy could be protecting this, and ensuring that this union comes together. Also, when you see this person, it could feel like you are seeing like a lion. Like it could feel like you are seeing someone like, whoa, like stark. It could be a little dangerous. It could feel like a little scary, intimidating. It could feel intimidating. They could feel intimidating. This could be very like passion filled immediately. You could feel immediately drawn. Anyways, let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Allison, what time is it? I gotta get going soon. I gotta get ready soon. Page of Pentacles. Look at that. The Fool. A new beginning. So this could be talking about the final push. This could be talking about the final step. Like the final battle. It's the final countdown. The final countdown. Yeah, this could be talking about like the final step. Like just one last effort. And I want to say the last ditch effort, but one last effort. Like you got to show up like a couple more times. Like it's just, it's just, you're right there. It could feel like that kind of energy. But you've got to go out and get it. And that's the thing, like, that's what it is with the Nine of Wands. You have to go out. You have to still engage. You have to engage with your reality. If you want this new beginning, you have to go out and get it. It's not going to just come to your door. It's not going to come to you when you're sitting at home on the couch. You've got to go out and get it. You got to, remain in the world. Remain heart open. Remain open to change. Remain willing to change. But you could be in the rat race and you see something. You could be in the rat race and then you see something. You could be doing your work, exploring with all of these ideas. Today could be a great day for transferring ideas, for communicating ideas. You could be really good at communicating your ideas today, which is awesome. Yeah, walking a tightrope, but it feels like you're not so scared. I really see a lack of nerves here. And it's because you've just built up such a strong sense of self, and also like a lack of care for what, anything else might say, which I love. I love that for you. Yeah, I feel like you really know yourself, and you're really allowing yourself to unfold in a beautiful way. Hierophant. A way out could be revealed to you. A way out could be revealed to you today. A way out could be revealed to you. Also, maybe within the next moon cycle, a way out could be revealed. Might not necessarily be today. Within the next moon cycle, something could be revealed to you, like by the new moon. So you could be halfway there. That could also be what this is talking about, like you're halfway there, especially with all those fives that we've been seeing. Queen of Wands, but it's like you've got something now. But what's coming is your wish upon a star. I don't know. Just feels like you've got to go to a higher place to get this thing, though. Like, you've got to go meet them at the top of the mountain, because that's where you want to be anyways. Or like, you both have to get off the mountain and come down to grounded earth. I don't know. Or maybe they're meeting you halfway. Maybe you're meeting each other halfway and you don't even know it. It's the final countdown. It's the final countdown. Making my way downtown. Walking fast, faces passing, I'm homebound. Okay, I should stop reading. Yeah. Yeah, you could be giving it everything you've got. You could be giving it everything you've got, because for one, you could only have one thing left. Like, you could only have like one try left, you know? You could have poured out all your things, made all these sacrifices, tried your hand at all these things, none of it's worked. You've tried another thing, nothing's worked. And you only have one left. And you've got to see through the illusion and the defenses and the lack of things working. You've got to see through your defenses, okay? Because you trying to be unattached is making it hard. Like, what you might think is somebody trying to infiltrate your peace to hurt you is actually your spirit team trying to give you the fire that you need, trying to give you the light that you need, trying to give you the sun that you need. So you need to change, because you're keeping your eyes closed and you're like, I'm focused on my path, I'm focused on my path. But if you opened your eyes and looked at what was trying to bother you, it would actually be divine union. It would be divinely appointed. So there could be something coming towards you there could be something in your energetic field that feels unsafe, that feels dangerous, that feels like it's trying to attack you, or feels cold. It could just feel like it's not, it's not for you. I would just look at it, just look at it. Because I think once you get a glimpse of it, you might realize that it's actually not what you think it is. You've got to see beyond the physical in this moment, and see beyond the first reaction. Tap into your heart space. What does your heart tell you? But in order to do that, you've got to have your heart be opened. Heart open today. Heart opened. Be open. Be open. Be opened. Because you really don't know what form this thing is going to show up in. And sometimes it has to show up in the form of a disguise in order for it to be protected from other energies. Sometimes that has to happen. Also, just people are going through their own things. Okay, anything else, Spirit? I did a whole ass reading. Anything else? I'll shuffle 5 more times. 1, 2. The Hierophant again, and the 8 of Wands. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, wow, and the 7 of Wands again. There's something coming here. There's something's been opened. There's a door available to you. There's a gateway. There is a path for you. There's something available to you. You need to open up and receive it. You need to open up and receive it. You need to see it. You need to allow yourself to see it. Also, you could be trying to divine your way through this, and the only way that you're going to actually be able to see this thing is by opening your 2 eyes and looking at it. Like, this could also mean something is showing up in your physical reality. The divine could be showing up in your physical reality. Like, true love could be truly here. Like it could be very real. Things could be becoming very, very real. It could be here now. Like, what you've been waiting for, what you've been searching for, it could be here. And it could be here. And that could literally just be what like the thing is. Like, it's here now, and now you have to just look at it. This could be literally as simple as open your eyes. Open your eyes. Also, leave your house, because you're not going to see it in your living room. Leave your house, open your eyes, look around, take your hood off, be open, be a part of the world, be out there, be open. And this thing could come like a strike of lightning. Like, it's also, it could be very obvious. It could be very, very obvious. But you've got to like open your eyes and get out of this like, I'm in my own personal world, you know? And I understand that. It's literally me. I do that all the time because you're just protecting yourself. But you've got to get out of that, closed off energy, detached energy, and you better get willing to be attached, because it feels like something could be showing up. It feels like something could be showing up in your reality that's for you. It could be here. It could be here. Okay. And it could look intimidating also. That's the other thing. You could see it and you could be like, and you could feel defensive immediately, like off top. You could be you could be trying to look at everything but this thing. That's also how you could know that this is the thing. Like, you could be avoiding it like hell, like looking for everything but it. Yeah, okay. Bye. I'm going to do the daily message for today.